Okay, so this video is basically a sequel to my What is Spiritual Autolysis video. If you don't know what the term spiritual autolysis refers to, I recommend watching that video first. I'll put a link in the description box. First, I want to say a little more about what intentional spiritual autolysis is useful for. It can help with spiritual development, real spiritual development. It helps you find progressively truer relative truths, whatever they are, and whether you like what they are or not, which is not what every seeker actually wants. This process is not comfortable, and if you get stuck for a while, you can end up in a state of pretty intense discomfort without any idea of when that discomfort will end. This has absolutely happened to me. So if you don't feel called to this, don't bother with it. Real spiritual development like this doesn't make you a better person, and it doesn't solve any problems. There's really no good reason at all to want it. But if you happen to be one of those people who feel an irresistible compulsion to find out the truth, come hell or high water, and are looking for some guideposts on that path, then this video might be for you. Also, I'm not claiming to know the truth. I'm not going to tell you what the truth is. That's impossible. Instead, I'm attempting to describe and demonstrate a process by which you can discover it for yourself. This process can also help with consciousness development in Tier 2. In both spiritual development and Tier 2 consciousness development, one of the biggest challenges for people who have very strong left brains is to get that left brain to loosen its grip on the reins a little bit and take a step back. That's what this method is really good at. So if you're in yellow stage trying to figure out how to get to turquoise, or you're in turquoise trying to figure out how to get to coral, this kind of thing might be what you're looking for. Why am I demonstrating spiritual autolysis? I've gone back and forth with myself a lot on whether I should demonstrate what my spiritual autolysis process looks like. Cons. A spiritual autolysis process is highly individualized. One person's spiritual autolysis process is likely to look very different from someone else's. So there's a limit to how well watching someone else's spiritual autolysis process could help. Making this video on my part and watching it on yours could simply be a waste of time and energy that could be better spent simply doing spiritual autolysis. Even worse, watching this video could even be counterproductive for two reasons. One, it might make you think consciously or subconsciously that your spiritual autolysis process should look like mine, such that if/when it doesn't, you might get in your own way by thinking that you're doing it wrong. Two, if parts of your spiritual autolysis process do happen to look like mine, there's a chance that by watching this video ahead of time, you'll be robbing yourself of the experience of discovering these things for yourself. It's quite different to discover something for yourself versus hearing someone else say it. Discovering it for yourself is usually much more powerful and transformative. Pros. The practice of intentional spiritual autolysis is extremely difficult to explain in the abstract. Jed McKenna, quote unquote, gave a description and a few examples in the Enlightenment trilogy, but even after reading those books, I still felt pretty confused. I really wished that I could just watch someone doing it. There is a certain extent to which people simply find what they need for their paths and don't find what they don't need. So I could just trust that if someone finds this video, it's the right thing for them. And free will is itself an important part of development. If I don't make this video, I'm taking the choice away from people. That would be very arrogant of me. I would be saying that I think I know what's best for other people. By making this video, I put the choice in your hands. You can choose to watch it or not to watch it. The pros won out. I'll leave the decision up to you. If you and your inner guidance think this video would help you, then watch it. If not, don't. So, what exactly am I going to demonstrate? My actual intentional spiritual autolysis process is usually journaling. I've tried doing spiritual autolysis into a camera, and it doesn't seem to work well for me. So this video isn't going to be a live demonstration of my spiritual autolysis process. Instead, I'm just going to report to you after the fact the section of my spiritual autolysis process that I've been through over the past year. And this is jumping into the middle of the process. My spiritual autolysis process didn't start a year ago. It started when I was about 14 years old and asked myself, what do I believe? So here we go. My spiritual autolysis process lately, as I said, it's different for everybody, has tended to look like a very logical process of philosophical skepticism. My left brain wanted to know what information I can trust. So the question I asked myself a year ago was, what can I actually verify to be true? All of my experiences come to me through my mind, and my mind can definitely be wrong. I could be completely out of touch with real reality and instead hallucinating all of this, or dreaming, or an AI programmed to believe that it's human, or so immersed in some kind of first-person perspective VR video game that I've forgotten that it's not real. So I can't trust my senses. In a dream, there's a whole reality that seems real. I seem to see and hear things. I seem to walk around and do things. I seem to talk to people. But then when I wake up, it turns out I've been snug in my bed the whole time, and those people I was talking to weren't real. So I can't verify that there is anything physical at all, including my own body. In a dream, I have a dream body that can be completely imaginary, nor that anything or anyone exists outside of my own mind, nor that I am who I think I am, since sometimes I dream that I'm someone else, or I could be an AI programmed to think I am this person, etc. Nor that there is any place other than here, or any kind of space or dimensionality at all, since my only experience of anything other than here is always through my senses. Nor that there is even any time other than now, since I don't experience the future, I just imagine it, and since I only experience the past through memories, and those could be implanted into my mind, or I could be hallucinating them, etc. So what does that leave me with? This is going to start out sounding sort of like Descartes, but we're going to go much farther than he did. 1. I exist. Even if I have no idea who I am, what I am having an experience of some kind, so I must exist in some manner in order to be having that experience. 2. I am aware. Even if I'm completely wrong about what it is that I'm aware of, I am aware of experiencing something. 3. Something exists from number 1. Even if I am the only thing that exists, that's still something. 4. I am only ever aware of my own perceptions, and these could all be illusions, including my perceptions of the existence of time, space, and anything outside my own mind. 5. The something that exists, from number 3, is heterogeneous. My experiences, my perceptions are heterogeneous. My awareness must be heterogeneous in order to be aware of the heterogeneity of these perceptions. Therefore, I must be heterogeneous, and therefore the something that exists must be heterogeneous. But I've been using logic to discover this handful of truths. In a dream, there are sometimes things that seem perfectly logical in the dream that upon waking I realize are absolutely ridiculous and make no sense whatsoever. So there is such a thing as dream logic versus waking logic. And sometimes I dream that I'm dreaming, as in I wake up from one dream into just another dream. So I could be dreaming right now. There could be a further degree of waking up that I haven't gotten to yet. And maybe in that further awakened state, I'll realize that the logic I'm using right now is actually completely ridiculous. So my logic itself isn't reliable. So now it looks like I actually can't verify that anything at all is true. But wait, I can't trust my thoughts either. These thoughts could be programmed into me. Why do I want to verify truth? Who is it that wants this verification? Is that me? How do I know? Maybe I'm just programmed to be a skeptic, or maybe it's just a character that I'm playing. Is there any part of me that I can be sure is actually me? Maybe not. But I suppose if there is, it would probably be awareness itself. Again, even if I'm completely wrong about what I'm perceiving, there is some kind of experience happening, and there is some kind of awareness of that experience. I feel like that awareness is intrinsically me. But can I trust that feeling? Feelings can be deceiving too. There are feelings that I've been absolutely sure about, especially in dreams, that when I awoke turned out to be ridiculous, etc. What I just demonstrated to you took me about a year to discover for myself, and the process definitely isn't done for me yet. I honestly don't know if it ever will be.